Hello, Stamping friends. This is Jenny from Celebrate the Journey, and I'm joining you on the Global Inspiration Stamp Team today. I'm Jenny Harrell, and I live in the beautiful state of Colorado. It's actually beautiful here today, so I hope wherever you are is just as pretty as it is here today. We've had some off again, on again weather. I'm sure everybody has that during the change of seasons also. So let's see, I've accidentally shut down Facebook, so I can't see what's going on, but now I can see it, so let's get started. Let's see if I can tell what's going. Yeah, I think I can see what's going on. So I can see you hear me, so that's good. So yesterday, we had some lovely cards made, and we have even more today, and it's all about color. In the new catalog, it's nice that we can share it these days now. We aren't allowed to share it until everybody gets one in the mail or however you get one. So now we can. Most everybody has gotten theirs. So in the new catalog, we had a color refresh this year. And so we lost a few colors. Nothing I was too sad about, but we gained some beautiful colors. Let's see here. So we gained Blueberry Bushel and Pretty Peacock. Both of those are returning colors. We gained a new Pecan Pie, and I love that one. Misty Moonlight returned. Fresh Freesia returned. Bubble Bath. I adore this one. And Berry Burst, Azure Afternoon, and Lemon Lime Twist. Plus, we got 5 new InColors. We got Copper Clay, Wild Wheat, Boho Blue, Moody Mauve, and Pebbled Path. So I'm going to use the InColors today. Maureen just used them and made some pretty cards. So we'll see what I can do with mine. I learned something from Maureen. I did not notice that basic pearls were leaving. But now we have basic iridescent pearls, so I guess that's okay. I didn't catch that in the catalog. But here's all these colors, that one together. And what I like about these is they're pretty much neutrals. So they will go with anything. And they can stand on alone, or they can coordinate with other colors. And just so pretty when you have those new neutrals like Pebbled Path. I think I'll use it as much as I ever use Early Espresso. That's such a good neutral. And Basic Gray and this Wild Wheat. That is a really cool color. It can be springy, it can be fall, it just can be lots of things. So we're going to make a card, and then I'm going to show you how it looks, the same card in all the other colors. And let's see, I need this one, the Moody Mauve, today. I see several friends joining us. Hi, Leanne. It's nice to see you. Yes, these complement other colors. They complement each other also, but they certainly complement the other colors. So I'm starting with Moody Mauve 8.5 by 5.5. Oh, I forgot to show you this. We have the InColor paper, and it has a variety of designs in all these colors. Usually this same pattern will be in the brights and the subtles and the regals also. So I like these hearts. They kind of look like spots on an animal, but they're hearts. So that's a fun little pattern. And the stripe I like also. Just paint stripes. And we have coordinating ribbon. I did forget to show you that one. So let's pull out our Moody Mauve paper while we have it. Here we go. Except I think I wanted to use the polka dots, so yeah, we're going to use the Moody Mauve polka dots. And each one of these has a coordinating ribbon. Now, these ribbons are a little thicker. They aren't going to tie a big fluffy bow for you, but they make a great layer behind a sentiment or wrapped around a card. And if you like the frayed ribbon look, these fray beautifully. I'm not going to fray that and waste it, but so if you want to fray the ends of your ribbon, these will work for you. And they come in all the colors. Isn't that boho blue pretty and shiny? And they all have a little shine to them. So we'll keep a piece of Moody Mauve out. So I have to get all this off of my desk now so we can create. So we'll put this to the side for a minute and we'll do a little scoring. We're going to score this at 4 1/4. And 2 1/8. And then we'll just have a front. Good morning, Jamie. It's good to see you here today. Now we'll use our bone folder on that in a minute. Now we're going to take our Designer Series polka dots and cut this at 5 1/4. I'm saving all of these because I'm going to have a whole stack of them, and then I can make a card with paper strips. And then we're going to do 2, is that, yeah, no, 3 7/8. And then we'll do 4. We just take a tiny strip off here. I'm not going to save that one. Okay, I don't think I need this anymore. And where's our bone folder here? This is always a nice go-to fold because you can fancy it up however you like. And we'll layer our pieces here and make sure I cut that correctly. Yeah. And we'll adhere that. Well, Marge, I'm sorry you're getting to go golfing. I think I'd go golfing too. You can always watch the replays, and I hope you will. I think there's about 15 people. I haven't counted the number of people presenting yesterday and today, but I hope everybody will pop in and show them some love. Leave them a comment and let us know what you liked and what you didn't like. This is going to be the base of our card. And now we need an image here. Another new product from the catalog are these Countryside Corner dies. They're a rectangle with the corners cut off. And we're going to use 2 of these to create our focal point. So I think I can cut, with Whisper White, we can cut 2 at one time. We'll run that through the cut and emboss machine. Now this, you could stamp it first before you cut it, but these images are so pretty large, so you can kind of do your cutting first and then stamp. That way you have, if you're making a lot of cards, you can get all your cutting done first, and then you can put all your cards together. Now we're going to create a frame or a mat with our Moody Mauve, and it will go right there. I think the name Moody Mauve really matches the mood of these colors. They're moody, they're dusty, they're grayish, I guess. So their Moody Mauve works good for that. Now, one of these will be for the inside sentiment, and one will be the outside. And the stamp set I chose to use, I had not bought this until I saw that it was returning, and then I thought, well, now that I know it's returning, I need this one because I like the sentiments. Heartfelt love and caring thoughts are with you. The dies, I'm going to show you some dies in a minute. And I'm always looking for thinking of you sentiments. So I think that this one, I'm glad it was returned or came back in the new catalog. And we're just going to do tone on tone with this. So we're going to stamp this blossom here. I don't know what those are, just little wildflowers. I guess what would grow out in a meadow of wildflowers. While we've got the ink open, I'll go ahead and do the sentiment. Give that, isn't that pretty? Give that a little time to dry while we stamp a sentiment on our scrap here. And I'm going to use Thinking of You. And we'll do our inside in a minute. And we'll die cut that sentiment. Now, we're going to leave this sort of tone on tone, but I wanted to give it a little color. So I'm going to pull out the new Bubble Bath. And this is just the marker, not the blends, but the Stampin' Right marker. They have new tips. Do you see the, I don't know, it's a little longer. Let's see, and I think it's the color goes all the way through the tip rather than just at the end of the tip. This green one is the older tip. So you'll know if it's a new marker that's black here. If it's an old marker, it'll be the color of the ink there at the tip. So slowly but surely, we'll just have to add those new markers because This fine tip colors so much better than the older ones. Maybe it's a new kind of silicone or plastic. I don't know. I don't know how they get the ink in the tip. We're not really coloring as much as just scribbling some pink in there. I like this pink. It's a little different. It's not hot pink like polished pink or the lipstick. But it's brighter than Blushing Bride. So now we'll do our leaves just lightly with Granny Apple Green. Yeah, polka dots are always fun. And actually, you saw where, if you watched Maureen this morning, she mixed the patterns. Some polka dots, some hearts, some of those stripes mixed together. So they mix and match well. If you're not sure about the colors, getting the InColor paper gives you a little sample of all the colors, and that way you can make up your mind whether you like them or not. This is just soft. You know we got to put Wink Estella on here, and that will help blend that ink a little bit. Because out in the meadow, you know, they had dew in the morning, and it landed on these pretty flowers. See if we got sparkle on there. I think so. I wish you guys could see that on the camera. You can't always see the sparkle. Now, just going to put that on with Tombow or your favorite adhesive. A little bit of ink there on my finger. I think we can get that off. At least it's not very much. If you don't own a sand eraser, you probably need one. If you're like me and you get ink on your fingers. And let's see, got piles of paper here. We're going to use a little rectangle die and create a label. I think I can run that through pretty easily. And now we'll put a piece of ribbon behind it. We'll just cut a little bit longer than what we need. And we'll put this on with tear and tape. I think you might be able to do it with Tombow. I think the ribbon would adhere to with Tombow pretty good, but I'm not positive. So tear and tape it is, because I do imagine this ribbon is a polyester, but it's pretty porous, so be something to explore. Or you could maybe glue dots. Okay, then we'll trim this off. Just going to give it an angle. Always have to think about that. And then we'll use tear and tape again. Can use a little bit longer this time. Did you see where I told you that phrase easy? Be careful there. Trim that little fuzz off. I'll just put this down here. Now we'll put this on the front of our card. And we're going to use some dimensionals. We want that to go right there. So we're only going to put dimensionals on this side. We don't want them peeking out, so we'll kind of stay about a third of the way. I don't know if you need that many dimensionals, but you're right, Jamie. We only have 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, of the last chance items. And there's still quite a bit left that's at 60% off. So if you're looking for a bargain, I would run over there to the last chance. And then on Tuesday, you'll be able to start ordering from the new catalog. I only started playing with the new products this week because I really wanted to use my older products first. So now we'll do an inside piece. And I'm going to use that sentiment, heartfelt love and caring thoughts. Looks pretty crooked on there. We better straighten that up. I also see a piece of ribbon on there, some of the frayed ribbon. Probably stuck to one of my stamps. Now, a couple people have said that the new ink pads are really juicy, and they probably, you might get one that's real juicy. You can take a spoon, the back end of a spoon, and rub the ink in. Sometimes I've been known to take just a block and gently work the ink in, and then you can just rinse the block off. So if it's real juicy, go ahead and do that. You'll get a crisper image when you're stamping. See, that ribbon fuzz is everywhere. Now we've got this pretty flower, but we're going to ink it up and stamp off. And then we have a little lighter color. We have to figure out where to put this. if we lay it down and then close our card, that looks pretty good. So I will mark it with a pencil just at the top and the side. Oh, thank you. I love this stamp set too, and it has a lot of possibilities. And I know a lot of people probably are looking at these colors and thinking, what am I going to do with these colors? But I think you're going to be surprised at how you'll learn to love them. And, okay, that goes there. Now, because of course, all of Stampin' Up! Is all about matchy-matchy. And we have matchy-matchy for this. So we have some bling. This is InColor dots. And it's the Pebbled Path, Wild Wheat, Moody Mauve, Copper Clay, and Boho Blue. This set of dots is called Solid Gems, and it's Lemon Lolly, Boho Blue, and Copper Clay. I'll show you why I have these out, but we're going to use the Moody Mauve. I think these actually will look pretty with Berry Burst, because they've got a lot of purple shine to them, don't you think? Now for this type of dot, I tend to do better if I loosen it with the pick. It really sticks to the plastic, and then I can pick it up. And I'm glad it sticks instead of coming off, but it's a little trickier for me to get these dots up. I think because they're slick. Okay. So there's our card with Moody Mauve. Came out pretty, didn't it? So I made one in Boho Blue. I used the Bubble Bath. I made one in Pebbled Path. And this is Berry Burst. See, and then I used the Berry Burst bling on this one. It gives it a little more color. And of course, Winter Stella. This is Copper Kettle. And I used Lemon Lolly. And then the Wild Wheat bling. And this one's Wild Wheat. And I used the Lemon Lolly bling from the Faceted Gems. So each one comes out different depending on your colors. And I think they all go together so well. It's like playing a deck of cards here. I can't get them all spread out. But I think they're pretty. So I had the dies out while I was making these cards. And I thought, how would it look to just make a fall bouquet? Which I didn't make a card. I just cut the scraps that I had on the table. But look at that. This is going to make a beautiful fall Thanksgiving card. We'll see if we can't layer these in a prettier arrangement. Look at all those colors together. Isn't that going to be gorgeous? So we will have to make a card with those. So I think you'll learn to love these colors. Don't you? I think so. Well, thanks for joining us today. Hang on, at 12 o'clock, somebody else should be here. I haven't got the schedule memorized, but I'm sure that there will be several more presentations today. So stick with us and enjoy watching. Make sure you leave some comments, guys. We love to hear from you. Bye.